Jürgen Klopp's Liverpool maintained a 5-point lead at the top of the Premier League and condemned Frank Lampard to a fourth game as boss without a win at Stamford Bridge in an enthralling Sunday evening encounter. Lampard set Chelsea up in a 4-3-3 formation in possession, with Fikayo Tomori and Andreas Christensen the chosen central defensive partnership. César Azpilicueta and Emerson occupied the fullback positions. Mateo Kovacic, Jorginho and N'Golo Kanté formed a three in midfield, and despite picking up an ankle injury midweek, Mason Mount partnered Willian and Tammy Abraham in the front three. Jürgen Klopp's men began in a 4-3-3 without the ball, as they carried out a high press against Chelsea's back four, using Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Firmino, Jordan Henderson and Jorginho Wijnaldum to overload the Blues' defensive third. With the ball in their possession, Fabinho sat deep for Liverpool to provide cover in front of Virgil van Dijk and Joel Matip for the advancing fullbacks Trent Alexander-Arnold on the right and Andy Robertson on the left. Chelsea attempted to press Liverpool inside their defensive third in their 4-3-3, but when the Reds advanced further up the pitch, Frank Lampard's men would evolve into a 4-5-1 formation, with Mason Mount and Willian tracking the runs of Alexander-Arnold and Robertson. With Liverpool dominating early possession and Mount and Willian engaged defensively tracking Liverpool's fullbacks, Chelsea struggled to play Lampard's out-from-the-back style. Often, every player in blue, except Abraham, was in the Chelsea defensive third when they regained possession, and with Liverpool's defensive high line suffocating them, Abraham was isolated on the halfway line. Liverpool were clever in how they set up out of possession and who they released to press. Mane and Salah positioned themselves in between the Chelsea fullbacks and centre-backs, with Liverpool's Wijnaldum and Henderson expected to release themselves to press Chelsea's fullbacks if they received the ball. This left Chelsea with an overload of 3v2, with Firmino, Mane and Salah against the Chelsea centre-backs when they regained possession and broke quickly. With the central areas congested and Mane and Salah causing problems for Chelsea's defence, the visitors were awarded a free kick on the edge of the box. Salah dummied to shoot and back-heeled to Trent Alexander-Arnold, changing the angle and nullifying the wall. Alexander-Arnold thumped the opener into the top corner. Liverpool's high press was the reason for their advantage, but their high line also created opportunity for Chelsea. The Liverpool centre-backs can be left exposed with space behind them. In this passage of play, Tammy Abraham was able to use good movement, an arced run, to get away from Van Dijk and Matip. 3 minutes after Chelsea were denied an equaliser by VAR, Liverpool capitalised on Chelsea's static zonal defending from a corner. The Reds attacked an Andy Robertson's set play, and with Chelsea players static and on the back foot, Firmino, on the run, was able to out-jump substitute Marcos Alonso and head past Kepa. Chelsea came out with a point to prove after the break, and with Azpilicueta making inroads down the Liverpool right, the Blues began to get a foothold and beat the Liverpool press. Klopp adjusted his personnel, introducing Milner for Mane in the same position but with a more defensive mindset. Chelsea's efforts were finally rewarded when Kanté marked his return to the side with a goal after he surged into Liverpool's area and unleashed an unstoppable shot into the top corner. Frank Lampard introduced Michy Batshuayi into the game in an attempt to find an equaliser, but the striker failed to get the power he needed to beat Adrian after he found space in between Van Dijk and Matip and got his head to Alonso's cross. Liverpool's 2-1 victory was their 6th win from 6 so far in 2019-20. Chelsea have a record of 2 wins, 2 draws and 2 defeats and find themselves at the wrong end of the table. It was business as usual for a delighted Jürgen Klopp, who explained, "We work on set pieces. All the things we do in training I love to see on the pitch. Big fight from everybody. You will never see a win at Chelsea without putting in a proper shift, and we did that today." While an irate Frank Lampard said, "Performance-wise, we were the better team. We had more energy in our game, character and spirit. That's why the crowd applauded at the end. Let's take this forward."